from a gray and drizzly College Park. Maryland goes down to Michigan 28-0, Bruce. The band's playing behind us, but it's sort of a sad and wet day here.
Yeah, it's disappointing, especially after how hard the defense played in the first half. Yeah. They really played well, just there was no offense today, and people thought they were screaming for Garmin all day, and he came in and not much else happened.
No.
I just, look, we talked about it this morning. We knew how great Michigan's defense was, and they proved it today. Caleb, 3 more interceptions. He did have 3 drops, though. Well, the drops did not help.
No, especially in the first drive. Tavon Austin was open, had a drop. Maryland's offense stalled. Once again, the only drive really worth talking about was the
Tavon Jacobs.
Tavon Jacobs. Did I call him Tavon Austin?
Tavon Austin.
Well, maybe I'll have a drop for the Rams tomorrow. 106 yards of offense for Maryland or something like that. Look, Maryland was in the game. That's what we asked for. Be in the game. It was 6-0 at halftime. And then no offense.
Look at Maryland wore down. I mean, the second.
Defensively, they wore down.
Defensively, but the team wore down as they got behind.
Right.
As they were in it, they were fighting and scrapping. Key play of the game was that fumble around the 5-yard line that Michigan recovered. Maryland could have maybe put it in,
Michigan
taken a lead.
Had the ball first down at their own 4 after a Craddock punt. Hand off to the running back. He fumbles and falls on his own fumble. I still don't know if Maryland would have gotten a touchdown even being 5 yards away.
I don't know. It was interesting to see John Harbaugh on the field today with brother Jim, and Jim did something very uncharacteristically today. He did not pour it on. That is very, very unlike him. He had a chance in that fourth period. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
He took out the starting quarterback, and he just took it easy, and very unusual for him, and I was glad to see it.
Right.
28-zip was bad enough.
Right. I guess it could have been worse. What are you going to do?
Maryland? Well, look, at least next week, you got an easy comeback game at Ohio State.
At Ohio State, not a big deal. Ohio State, Indiana today. Mason, you know what that score is?
I think it just started.
Just started? Okay.
Iowa beat Michigan, and Minnesota got crunched by Northwestern.
Right.
Who called those games today?
You had a good game call on that. There just isn't much to say around here for Maryland football. It's Ohio State, a week off. Penn State and Baltimore, no game time announced for that.
Right.
Doesn't get much easier. You got Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Indiana.
Iowa's looking like a national power now, 5-0. And going to Wisconsin and win, that's never easy. And they shut down, the Wisconsin offense completely.
It's
which
doable.
Is what was very, very evident as to what was going to happen.
Well, thanks to Meyer Consulting Engineers for sponsoring our post-game videos. Meyer Consulting Engineers. In the past 5 years, our organization has completed over 1,300 projects in the U.S. and abroad, including many structures at the University of Maryland. For structural engineering and materials testing and inspection, call Meyer Consulting Engineers. Bruce, you going to go down and see what Randy has to say?
Yeah, I'll see. 51,000 announced attendance, and it was pretty close. I'd say 40,000, something like that. There were empty seats, but not really too many. And Michigan showed up. The blue and the maize showed up in unison today. Had to be, 15,000?
At least. It was cool to hear Maryland play the Michigan fight song, maybe one of the highlights of the day. That
was very nice,
of the
very
game.
classy.
There is no sports. There is no In the Nest tomorrow.
Correct.
And then we'll be back with Coons Ford Presents Terp Talk. It's starting to rain pretty hard here, so to make sure our camera equipment doesn't get too wet, we'll call it an afternoon. For Bruce Pozzo, this is Wayne Viner. Say goodbye.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Remember, it's just a game.
Terminus!